Hello and welcome to the tier list channel. Today we are going to be ranking travel destinations, and we're going to start off with Italy. You may have noticed I chose a picture of the Colosseum. That's because my favorite destination within Italy is Rome. That's without a doubt my favorite um, travel destination. So that's going to S. Whenever I get the chance, I go to Rome because it's amazing food, interesting um, interesting architecture, a great. I just love the people of Rome, and it's I would say the most interesting city to people watch, because just everyone can come through. It's you know at one time we saw just well, not at one time, actually often we see that just nuns coming through the streets, and then someone in a gold suit, and I don't know. It's I love Rome. That's pretty much all I want to say. Then Sweden. If you love nature, Sweden is definitely for you. Um, I mean, I think it's going to A because it's just if you stay by the coast, you'll be greeted to some amazing cliff sides, and there's a place called Skärgården, where there are a lot of small islands, and you can travel between these islands by boat, and it's really fun. It's really beautiful, and it's exciting exploring these small islands. Um, yeah, it's also a great location because you can bring kids, but adults will have just as much fun on their own. It's sort of a natural fun for the kids without it being plastic and all that stuff. It's really great. Where I'd say Rome is probably not that great of a city if you're bringing kids. Um, all right, next up, France. Oh yeah, well, I'll say this: Italy is a great place to bring kids, just not specifically Rome. Um, yeah, depends on whether you find a place with a pool, I guess. Next up, France. Um, I don't have a great uh, memory of my time in France, or it wasn't a very pleasant experience. I didn't feel like I don't feel like I saw something incredible, tasted anything incredible. I was there for a very short while, I will say that, and I haven't been to Paris, and that may be the thing you're supposed to do when going to France. It was just kind of underwhelming. When Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was gonna be much more interesting, but yeah, I gotta put it in D. It's not a horrible place. It's just I found it sort of boring, and I guess I was just unlucky. I sort of ran into some pretentious people. I don't know. Um, Next up, Germany. Uh, Germany is reminds me a lot of my home country, Denmark, at least northern Germany. Um, I'd say southern Germany is where I would want a vacation because they have the mountains and it's a little bit hotter, and I feel like their culture shines a lot more within the south. So I think it's sort of C. It's sort of an average location to me. Then it's Austria. Um, I think that's got to be B because the thing I like the most about Germany is southern Germany, and if you go south for long enough, well, you get to Austria. So that's yeah the best parts of Germany. I feel like. Um, then it's Greece, a great place to bring kids. Of course, depending on the location within Greece, but I feel like the places that I've been in Greece, there's always been a place around where you know you could entertain kids. They've always been what's it called? Um, Hospitable to kids, I guess. um, yeah, I think that's got to be a B. It's a great place, amazing food, and depending on where you go, you can either do a grown up vacation, experiencing the culture and um, architecture, or you can find a place that's fits kids. Uh, Next up, New York. I mean, that's got to be A. It's for someone, New York was my first visit to a truly huge city. I mean, Rome is huge too, but I mean the buildings, they're just so massive in New York, and it's a special experience, and it has so much history, and you know so many great films were filmed there. So when you walk through the streets, you really sort of feel like you're in a movie. Um, so it's got to be a amazing location. I'd love to go again. Then Spain, yeah, I've been to Spain a couple of times, but nothing has been out of the ordinary. I feel like their food is pretty good. I was very unlucky and was served at actually a couple of different restaurants some really bad food. At one point, so bad that me and my entire family got food poisoning. And I'm not gonna hold that against Spain, but personally, I don't have a great experience with Spain, so I'm gonna put it in D. I realize that I'm sort of, you know, generalizing a whole lot. Each of these countries is wonderful in their own way. It depends on where you travel, what you're looking for. This is just my experience of going to these countries, and I've specifically chosen countries I've been to more than once, except for New York. But I was there for a while, and I feel like, yeah, New York's not a country. I can sort of give my um, opinion on it without doing it a disservice. Had it been the entire US, I would have said the same thing. Um, Anyways, next on to actually Spain again. This is a place called Lanzarote or Lanzarote. I don't know how you would pronounce it, but it's a small island, a volcanic island, and I believe it's claimed by Spain. Um, and it is the place to bring kids. There is this resort called Club La Santa, and that's just perfect for families with kids. And it's not like kid hell with plastic everywhere. It's just a lot of pools, a lot to do. It's I'd really love to go again, and I feel like that's B. It's a great place. It's also really interesting to you know visit the different volcanoes and look at how the island came to be. So, anyways, Denmark, my home country. Uh, I'm not gonna say too much about this. I'm just gonna put it at C. I mean, sometimes I'd actually maybe B because sometimes I prefer staying at home rather than going traveling. And then I just sort of travel around Denmark or to the neighboring town, or and we do have some beautiful places within Denmark. However, I'd say our food is probably a acquired taste. Um, it's fish and stuff like that, and I love Danish food. I absolutely love it. But it's a sort of very salty, and it's a lot of fish and pork. But it's yeah, I love Danish food. I think it's more of an acquired taste. Okay, next up, Switzerland. That goes into Austria territory. I feel like a lot of things, at least with the nature, are kind of similar. So yeah, it stays there. And the last one is England, and that goes here. And thanks for watching. That's my time.